We have 62,000 men and women who call Mgm their home. And we're very proud of the fact that they're an enormously diverse group. They come from all over the world. They come from a wide variety of academic backgrounds. And they come here with a wide variety of experiences. For some, they're coming to us having had a very solid foundation in the hospitality industry, or in finance, or in legal, or in entertainment. But for others, we're the first stop right out of college. In fact, we've been named one of the top employers in the United States for college graduates. Mgm is particularly known for entertainment. We operate 2 arenas on the Strip. We have very large shows. Virtually every major musical act has performed in one of our arenas over the last couple of years. We also have theaters. We have an exclusive relationship with Canada's Cirque du Soleil, and we have several of their wonderful shows, including Love, which is based on music by the Beatles, O, which is based on a water theme, One, the music of Michael Jackson, several other Cirque shows in town.
You've been hit by, I'm gonna get it, baby. Got to get it.
We're also a huge operator of MICE space, the meetings and incentive convention exhibition space, including operating one of the top 5 largest convention centers in the United States at Mandalay Bay. But all taken together, we operate well more than 2 million square feet of convention space in our hotels just in Las Vegas alone, and are host to some of the biggest conventions anywhere in North America. So those are some of the things. I mean, I think other kinds of strengths really relate to what you see around us here at City Center, which was our vision of what the future of integrated resorts will look like. Well, we're very active right now looking in Canada, in Japan, in other parts of Asia, but Korea is a particularly impressive country to us. It has all of the right characteristics. It also has a very long and very successful career with casino gaming. So casino gaming isn't new to Korea. What would be new is using this to achieve a much broader tourism and convention strategy. And that's the thing that we find exciting about Korea, is that it checks all of the right boxes of stability, of infrastructure, beautiful tourism opportunities, the ability to handle more people and to welcome more people. Well, the way that it ties in is if you prohibit something, as a rule, you're driving that activity into an illegal space. And that's where you tend to see the social costs go up. When you place something in a legal, well-regulated environment where the operators are licensed, the rules are known by every party, you have a chance to affect a solid public policy and minimize any of the negative consequences. Because along with those will come the rules of operation. So the way we would view Korea right now, and the opportunity we see in Korea, is to permit local gaming within certain rules, within certain standards, regulatory and licensing standards. And that will allow one to create an investment opportunity that creates thousands of jobs, draws millions of tourists into the country every year. Well, there are several. I think the first thing to remember is that gambling addiction is an addiction. It's just like alcohol addiction. It exists. And just like alcohol, if you open a new restaurant or you open a new bar, alcoholism isn't going to go up. The problem is when you place it out of sight. So by bringing things into the open and having the proper kinds of rules, those rules relate to credit, relate to how you issue credit, and what requirements you have for payment. We're not looking to have as a customer someone who can't pay us back. That just isn't good business sense. So the rules of operation themselves limit the ability for someone who's abusing gambling or is a gambling addict to come in and try and take advantage of the casino environment. Well, the location's really up to the Korean government. It really isn't our choice. We'll go where the Korean government would like us to go. There are some things that we think are important. I mean, again, one of them is access. It's very important that there be access to a site, because you can't simply expect millions of tourists to come and then not be able to get to the location. So access is very important. The interconnectivity with the existing transit system, whether that's roads or public transit, trains, buses, etc., are all very important. Some sort of proximity to an airport would be very helpful for people who visited Las Vegas. You know that most of the resorts of the Las Vegas Strip are only a few minutes away from our airport. So some proximity to the airport or an airport would also be very, very helpful. But as far as location goes, that's really up to the Korean government, and we're prepared to work with government to maximize the benefits of investment in jobs based on location. So I think that one of the things that's probably least known about integrated resorts is the enormous breadth and scope of the jobs that are available. It's very easy to think about only housekeepers or only front desk people. But the reality is, when you talk about an enterprise as large and complex as this, there are hundreds of job categories, and in total, thousands of jobs to fill those categories. And they span an enormous range, from jobs that require no particular experience, where we can train you to do them, to jobs that require advanced degrees. They can be things including the service kinds of jobs like housekeeping and baggage delivery and parking cars. There's some of that, but there's also finance and legal and marketing and entertainment and a lot of things in between that fill out the roster of a very comprehensive and, quite frankly, fairly complex job profile in a building, in an integrated resort such as the kind that we operate in Las Vegas. We'd absolutely be open to partnering with a Korean company. That would be no problem for us at all. In fact, quite frankly, we'd expect to do that. We'd welcome that opportunity as part of becoming more aware of and sensitive to Korean culture, the Korean way of doing business. That would be very important to us. It's important also to remember that integrated resorts, while they produce a lot of cash flow, they also require a lot of cash flow. You have to keep them up. You have to keep them refreshed and energized so that year after year after year, you're creating a warm and welcome and exciting and frankly refreshed invitation for people to come and visit. You don't want to get caught in the trap of just seeing it as a place to make money and either distributing it all to the shareholders or pocketing it or whatever it may be, because the reality is each year you have to have something new, a new club, a new restaurant, a new show, a new spa, new hotel rooms. The whole idea is to keep that energy going and keep it refreshed year after year. Well, I think the biggest advice is come see Las Vegas today. I think it's very easy to see Las Vegas in a black and white photo of Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack back in the 60s. That's nothing to do with where we are today. We are a very complex tourism and entertainment centered business. For our company, for MGM in Las Vegas, 70% of our revenue is non-gaming. So our hotels, our arenas, our theaters, our retail shops, our restaurants, spas, convention centers, that's what's driving the biggest part of the revenue. Casino's very important, and I'm not about to suggest otherwise. It's very important. It's what allows us to build on this scale, to build with this level of excitement. But the notion that the casino is everything and that's all that we care about is a very old, antiquated notion. And if you can see Las Vegas today, you'll understand that we've really turned the corner long ago into a much more tourism and entertainment focused kind of business.